Namaskara and a very big hello from me, Shruti. I wholeheartedly welcome you to Swayambhu Discover Yourself. So, my Sunday story session continues with yet another inspirational story. This story I happened to read a long time back, and this acted as an eye-opener towards many topics. Today's story is titled as Seasons of Life. So, without wasting any time, let's walk across all the seasons in a few minutes and let's stroll our way across this beautiful town and meet a family with a father and his 4 sons. So let's go to this beautiful serene town called Kapu. Yuyutsu lived in a beautiful bungalow facing the sea with his 4 grown-up boys, Nitin, Nagraj, Prithvish and Pranay. Yuyutsu always made it a point to teach good values and instill a lot of good knowledge through practical experience to his boys. One day, he overheard his sons talking. In fact, their talks showed that they were judging things, people, and experiences. He was not very happy with what he heard. He came out with a plan to teach his boys about perceptions and judgment. His main agenda was to teach his sons to learn not to judge things quickly. So he decided to send each of his sons on a quest, one at a time, to go and see a guava plant that was in Yuyutsu's friend's farm. He started with Nitin, his first son. He sent him in the season of winter. When he was back, Yuyutsu asked his son to describe what he had seen. Nitin said, "The tree, it was ugly, it was bent, the twigs were broken, the leaves were mostly brown in color." Yuyutsu nodded and smiled. He then sent Nagraj when it was spring. Once Nagraj was back, Yuyutsu said, "Now it's your turn. Describe, what did you see?" Nagraj said, "The guava tree was filled with new tender leaves and small green buds of guava, as though promising with a very good harvest." Yuyutsu nodded and smiled. Rainy season had just set in, and Yuyutsu sent his 3rd son Prithvish to see the guava tree. As soon as he was back, Yuyutsu asked the very same question. "Describe, what did you see?" Prithvish said, "The tree was the most beautiful tree I have ever seen. It played with all my senses. The fruit smelled so well, it looked so beautiful, and there were flowers too. The air around the tree was so serene." And Yuyutsu stopped his son and nodded and walked away with a smile. Now it was Pranay's chance to go and see the guava tree. He went to the farm in the season of autumn. As he was back, Yuyutsu asked all his sons to sit with him and told Pranay to describe what did he see. Pranay, being the youngest, was more excited and started off, "Pa, you should have seen the tree filled with ripe fruits, full of life. Uncle even sent some for you. The tree was full of life and a promise to feed every person and not leave anyone hungry." Yuyutsu stopped his son and told his sons to discuss about what they had seen. A discussion started between the 4 brothers. They couldn't come into an agreement about the tree. Their father, seeing the confusion in them, asked them to listen to him carefully. You all are right. None of you are wrong in your perception about the tree. Do you know why? Because each one of you happen to see only one season in the tree's life. Just like you can't judge a tree by seeing it only in its one single season, you can't judge a person seeing and meeting them only once. Who a person is can only be judged, perceived, or measured only at the end. Means when you have actually seen that person throughout. Then too, we are no one to judge or gossip about anyone. So say if you give up on a person when it's winter, you will miss the promising nature that it brings in the spring, the beauty that shines through all your senses in the summer, and the season of harvest and fulfillment in the autumn. Don't judge a life by one season, nor you should let the pain or happiness of any season destroy your joy or make you proud and egoistic. We as humans have our seasons where we grow, we have our experiences. We might have been judged by people who happen to see us in not so favorable season of ours. But does that make it a reality? No. Like we saw the tree bloom and give away sweet fruits, the tree was not affected by anyone calling it ugly in the season of winter, or it didn't allow the pride to enter itself in its blooming season. The very same way, before you judge or perceive a person, think. Firstly, think. Are you eligible to judge or perceive a person whom you have just met, or are you open to being judged by the person in front of you? If so, go ahead. And if for a fraction of a second your heart said no, then stop judging people, cause you have no right to judge, just like they don't have a right to judge you. Yuyutsu told, I hope you're getting my point, boys. The boys understood what their father wanted to convey to them. Did you understand what Yuyutsu wanted to convey to his sons? It's very easy to judge people by knowing them on a very partial way. You may have really good words, or you may have very harsh words about a particular person. But are you ready to be judged for how you are, or how you behave, how you talk? Then please go ahead. I leave you here. Try to figure out. Question yourself. I guess when you will dwell with those questions, you will forget to judge or even misquote anyone. So, as simple as it sounds according to me, we are no one to judge anyone whom we meet in our lives until and unless we have been a part of all their seasons. What say? But according to me, on a personal level, it's best to be not judgmental. What say? Like say, just visualize if somebody gives baseless judgment about you, how would you feel? Definitely not a good feeling. So, this is me, Shruti, wishing that you are learning English amazingly well. I know you will be sharing the videos. Do like, do comment, and please follow us on our Insta and FB page. Till then, bye. See you next week. And remember, clean your mind first before complaining about others. Bye.